To humans, safety usually means physical protection, but for a cat, safety is emotional. It's built on 3 simple needs: control, personal space, and predictability. Cats are both hunters and prey, which means their brains are always scanning for danger. They have a very low tolerance for anything that feels uncertain or out of control. So when a cat feels emotionally unsafe, it's not just a bad mood. Their body reacts as if something is wrong. Stress hormones rise, their nervous system shifts into survival mode, and social behavior shuts down. In this video, we're breaking down 7 specific moments when cats feel emotionally unsafe, and why those moments don't just pass, but can stay in your cat's nervous system long after they happen. Number 1. After forced handling. In the feline world, physical touch is a high-stakes social currency that must always be consensual. When a cat is picked up, pinned down, or held against their will, even for a hug, they lose control over their own body. To you, it feels like affection. To a cat's instincts, it feels like being caught. The emotional fallout of forced handling doesn't end when you let them go. This moment triggers what behaviorists call residual defensive arousal. You might see them run off and hide, groom themselves over and over, or act jumpy for hours afterward. These aren't random reactions. They're ways your cat tries to calm their nervous system after feeling powerless. They are processing the trauma of being powerless. Every time autonomy is violated, the cat's trust reservoir drains. Over time, this creates a cat that avoids your presence entirely, not because they dislike you, but because they no longer view your hands as safe instruments of love, but as unpredictable traps. Number 2. During territorial changes. A cat's territory is more than just the place they live. It's how they understand who they are and where they belong. Cats build a mental map of their home using familiar smells, objects, and pathways. These are created through friendly pheromones that tell them this place is safe. So when you bring in a new pet, move furniture, or add large unfamiliar objects, it's not just a change in layout. To your cat, it's like parts of their map have been erased. When that happens, your cat's brain struggles to find familiar reference points. They can't relax because they don't feel oriented. This instability leads to hypervigilance, where the cat feels they must constantly patrol and remark their space. During these transitions, your cat isn't being difficult. They are experiencing a territorial identity crisis. Until that map feels stable again, your cat can't fully rest. Number 3. When escape is limited. A cat's primary survival strategy is flight, not fight. Their bodies are built for quick bursts of speed that help them get away from danger. So when a cat suddenly realizes there's no clear way out, maybe a door is closed, they're put into a carrier, or they feel trapped in a hallway, their stress can rise very fast. What starts as mild alertness can turn into full panic in seconds. This reaction is called perceived entrapment. Even if nothing is actually threatening them, the simple fact that they can't leave creates strong mental pressure. That's why you'll often see cats pacing near closed doors or scratching at door frames. They don't always want to go somewhere else. They just need to know that leaving is an option. When escape routes disappear, a cat loses their sense of control, and without control, their nervous system switches into survival mode. In those moments, fear can quickly turn into defensive or reactive aggression, not because the cat is bad, but because their main safety strategy has been taken away. Number 4. Following loud conflicts. Cats are extremely sensitive to what's happening around them, especially sound and movement. Their hearing is much sharper than ours, so loud voices, shouting, or doors slamming don't just sound unpleasant. They can feel like sudden shocks to their system. But noise is only part of the picture. During an argument, your body changes too. Your movements become quicker and more tense, and your scent shifts because stress releases different chemicals. Cats notice these changes immediately. When all of this happens at once, a cat senses a heavy, unsafe atmosphere. To them, it can feel like the group is unstable or that danger might be nearby. That's why many cats retreat and hide, even long after the argument is over. They're not reacting to what was said. They're waiting for the emotional environment to calm down again. When this happens often, that constant tension can build into long-term stress. Over time, a cat may become more withdrawn, cautious, or fearful, not because of one argument, but because the home never fully feels safe again. Number 5. in new environments. Moving to a new home, or even staying at a cat hotel, can be overwhelming for a cat. The biggest reason is scent. In a new place, everything smells unfamiliar, and for a cat, scent is how they understand safety. If a space doesn't smell like them yet, it doesn't feel like it belongs to them, and when it doesn't feel like theirs, it feels unsafe. That's why many cats immediately go into defense mode in a new environment. They stay low to the ground, hide whenever they can, and move carefully, as if danger could appear at any moment. Because of this stress, it's common for cats to stop eating, avoid the litter box, or sleep poorly at first. They're not being stubborn, they're protecting themselves. Before they can relax, a cat needs to create what feels like a safe base camp. They do this slowly, by spreading their scent and learning which spots are secure. This takes time and uses a lot of nervous energy. That's why patience is so important. Cats settle in step by step, room by room, building a protective scent map before they can truly feel at home. Number 6. After medical or grooming stress. Vet visits, baths, and forced grooming are extremely stressful for cats. In those moments, they're held still, unable to escape, and surrounded by unfamiliar smells and sensations. That alone is enough to make a cat feel unsafe. But there's another part people often miss. After that kind of stress, a cat isn't just scared, they're overwhelmed. Their senses are overloaded, and their ability to handle more input is very low. That's why after a medical visit or grooming session, even gentle touch can trigger a hiss or a swat. It isn't anger, and it isn't rejection. It's a sign that their nervous system is maxed out. They need quiet and space to calm down. If you push for affection too soon, your cat may start linking your presence with that uncomfortable, stressed feeling. The best thing you can do is give them time alone. Let them reset on their own. When their body settles and the stress fades, they'll come back to you when they're ready. Number 7. When signals are misread. Cats don't jump straight to growling or biting. They always try to communicate first, quietly. A small flick of the tail, ears turning sideways, a stiff body, or a tense look are all ways your cat is saying, "I'm uncomfortable." When these early signals are missed and a person keeps petting, staring, or hovering, the cat feels ignored. To them, it's not just annoying, it's unsettling. Their attempt to calm the situation didn't work. And when a cat feels unheard, they're left with only one option: escalate. That's when you see hissing, growling, or a sudden bite. If this happens often, a cat may stop trying to communicate at all. Instead of giving warning signs, they simply pull away, hide, or avoid contact. This isn't because they're unfriendly, it's a safety choice. They've learned that being quiet and distant feels safer than trying to explain their feelings again. The secret to a secure cat isn't giving them everything, it's giving them control. Once a cat feels truly safe, their personality doesn't just change, it blooms. They move from a state of tolerating the environment to owning the home. And in that space of absolute security, you will find a level of feline loyalty and affection that most people never get to witness. And if you're ready to learn how to speak your cat's secret language, click the video on the screen now to discover the 8 ways your cat reads your mood without any words.